everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It would be no surprise if today's matchup turns into a grinded-out affair. The Jaguars are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Colts, who will need to find a way to move the football. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, the fans in teal and black are ready to lock down the bank as you get a look inside Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. They come out here in the eye. On first down, Bortles. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down. And the box that's highlighted is for Hearns on this offense.
Do you have your track shoes available? Because Allen Hearns is a guy that gets you on your horse if you're trying to defend him. He can take anyone deep and win on any route.
On second down, here's Bortles. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now a play, and he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
Timmy Jernigan, play him over the nose, play him a defensive tackle, bounce him out to defensive end. Wherever you want to put him, Timmy Jernigan can play.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to be taken down, but not before. Reaching the 15-yard line. Red zone opportunity. Defense showing blitz. Into the red zone. It's Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
10 yards still left on second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Bortles will try again on second down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. Bortles going to try and throw on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Bortles going to go on fourth down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
First and goal at the 3-yard line now. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Shift together here from the D-line. They stay on the ground. This time it's Lacey. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's third and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And what to do now on fourth and goal. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. And they'll try and burn. And they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. E.J. Manuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
So let's try this again as they come to the line to go for 2. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Play clock winding down. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football. They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throw here out of the gun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Richard Rodgers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Throwing on first down is Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Jags a first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. To throw is Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but That's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they win big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's Bortles to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught at the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on... never mind, Larry, forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the 3rd quarter of action already. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Left, close.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Left.
Watch the twist.
Z.
Check 6 guard.
Green 39. Green 39.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now Bortles. It's caught right side. It turns. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Green 90.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
And he's got his man on the out route. It's a gain of 7, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. Does the big boy have the juice? And the Colts pick it up. He's at the 30. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble.
Watch him now, Barney. Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
They'll come out in the pistol. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He finds Hearns left side. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
On 1st down, Bortles. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Defense showing blitz.
Green 90. Green 90.
All day, every day, any day.
On play action, it's Bortles. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And that is incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here we go now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
They'll look to throw. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit there. Able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. He'll set up to throw, and this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Here's the punter McAfee to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold them.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Bortles now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
Check 1-6. Check 26. Check 26. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Ace.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And Parkey's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
And the Colts coming out now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Green 39. Green 39.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we... 5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. A handoff as they run the counter play. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He'll drop to throw. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back. You're down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way. I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick, but able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hey.
Check 24. Check 24.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And that is incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They come up in an offset eye. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when a screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball to the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Second down now after the pass completion. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A good pickup there at 22. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice.
Let's go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. And they'll go with the ground attack here. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
They don't get in, but the clock keeps moving. So, Brandon, it might actually be to their benefit if it takes them a few plays to actually get it in the end zone.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This will be the 9th play on this drive. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And it's a gain of 17 that time. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville first.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Bortles in the offense remains put on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th. Back to throw. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. In the National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Indianapolis, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.